Everywhere you look, Interpon powder coatings are redefining the way your world sees, experiences, and uses powder coatings, decorating, protecting, and enhancing the world around you. With a passion for performance, sustainability, innovation. So, how are they made, and how easy are they to apply? Making them requires a combination of science, technology, and skill. We mix a polymer resin, pigment, and other additives, and heat them to form a paste. The paste is rolled into a thin sheet, cooled, and broken into small chips. Then we grind the chips into a fine powder before being sieved, packed, and dispatched, ready for you to use to keep your customers happy and your production lines rolling. Applying a powder coating is much easier than applying a liquid. It can be done quickly and efficiently, sometimes even in just a single coat. Typically, it involves electrostatically spraying the powder onto a prepared and clean surface, whether that's metal, wood, glass, and even some types of plastic. First, the powder is held in suspension. Then dry air is passed through it, so it begins to behave like a fluid, easing its flow through the powder hose towards the spray gun. A small amount of air then pushes the powder towards the substrate. The air around the nozzle of the spray gun is electrically charged. The powder becomes negatively charged, while the coated object is electrically grounded. And since positives and negatives attract, the powder attaches itself to the surface by an electrostatic bond, perfectly covering the parts that other coatings may struggle with an even, consistent finish everywhere. Even in tricky corners and on sharp edges, and all of those other hardest to reach places. Then it is cured in an oven. The curing process heats the powder, and the powder turns it into a tough, solid film. It is this that gives durability, strength, and resistance to corrosion, scratching, and blemishes. And the application process is almost complete, but not quite. Because unlike liquid coatings, any powder that does not stick to the surface can be collected and reused, supporting a more sustainable operation, minimizing waste, maximizing efficiency for the very best colors, style, and performance. Join the powder revolution with Interpon powder coatings.